So I am fully aware that I am probably about a week late on this review, and look, I get it. I apologize. I've been very busy with other news videos and whatnot, but I will admit this. I have not had the excitement to do the review. I've kind of been putting it off and dreading it because I'm not gonna lie, this last episode just didn't really do it for me. If anything, it hit a lot of those marks where I was like, oh, here we go. And you knew it was, the writing was on the wall. We saw those things coming for those that understand what they're going to do with these beloved characters of ours. And they definitely accomplished some of those things in this episode. Let's just start with Joel. Again, this is a spoiler review. I'm not going through the entire episode doing a full breakdown. So if you've seen the episode, you understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the episode, I don't know what to tell you. Joel in the video game is a very strong male character. Every opportunity, I feel like they are just trying to show his weakness more and more. We literally see the man crying and having panic attacks. Look, I'm not saying that strong characters, men or women, can't cry and have their issues. Every human being does. Everyone has their moments and whatnot, but there is a way to do it. And the problem that I see is that you don't see any of this type of behavior really coming from any of the strong female characters. And there's plenty of them in this show. Plenty. More than enough. But we don't see them crack. We don't see them have any type of slip up. Nothing. We don't see them be human. They're the ones that are keeping it together for everybody else, when Joel, on the other hand, is turning into this very weak human being. The best example of having a strong character in a show or movie and then show weakness would be like Captain Miller from Saving Private Ryan, if you've ever seen that movie. A very good leader, very well respected by his peers, very strong character. Everybody loved Captain Miller in that. And there were moments in that movie when you see him break down, when you see him have his little fits, right? But he collects himself, he doesn't do it in front of anybody, and he moves on. And he pushes it all down, and he keeps going with the mission. They could have done that type of thing with Joel, but no, they have him having his little panic attacks in front of Ellie, so Ellie can see what's going on, and others can notice what's happening. It's just really sad what they're doing to Joel's character, but if you know what happens to Joel's character in the long run, none of this will be surprising to you, because we all know his fate at the end of the day. Let's move on to these strong female characters. In this episode, we are introduced to his now sister-in-law, and we know the race swap was going to happen. Not a big deal. It is what it is. It's already expected at this point, so whatever. But of course, she is the leader of these people. She is the one who is in charge. Even though she said that she's not, she is. We know that very clear. And of course, they're touting communism and how it's a great thing and how, look at this utopia of communism and how well this is working. And so they essentially, if you're not aware from the video game aspect, this town didn't exist in the first game. It was introduced into the second game, and they kind of merged this, and they merged that town from the second game together. I like the way the video game played out. It made a lot more sense. This, I don't really care for, but it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. They already dropped the little Easter egg of Ellie's, spoiler alert, one-day girlfriend by that little girl that was watching her eat, and Ellie kind of spouts at her like, what are you looking at? And she takes off running. Ellie turns out to be part of the LGBTQ RSTUVWXYZ community, and that's going to be her love interest. So, which I don't think that's that much of a shock the way they did. Why else would they put that into the show? They're already hinting it. Now, I will give them this. There are some parts that are dead on, like the video game, when Ellie and Joel kind of get into it, where Joel tries to hand her off to the brother to take care of her. That's all pretty much spot on, and they did a really good job with that. So again, I'm giving credit where credit's due. Some of the things that are garbage, I'm definitely pointing out. When they're on horseback, they're chatting and whatnot. Once they get to that like university and they see all the monkeys running around, that's exactly like the game. I did appreciate that. The little member berries were cool. And then of course this ends with Joel getting that injury into his stomach, and he essentially falls off his horse. I think this is 8 episodes, so we're almost near the end. It might be 9, so let me know in the comments below if it's 9 or 8. I know it's something like that, but we're getting towards the end, so it will be interesting to see. I know for sure we're having season 2. I would imagine season 2 is going to be exactly like the next video game. And then I hear rumors about this might go beyond that to a season 3. So who knows what they're going to do with this? I guess it really just depends on how well it does. For me, though, this is fading fast. Again, there were some good points of this episode that I did enjoy that were very close to the game. But then there were some parts that just were completely off, and I just didn't care for the changes that they made. The whole beginning where they ran into the couple with the rabbits, a lot of that stuff is really unnecessary. I think we should have been seeing them have these conversations and those bonding moments versus that. But overall, it was okay. Again, a lot of those things, the communist comments, another female in charge. Look, I get it. I have no problem. I know I have to say this every time. I have no problem with females in charge. But for the love of God, why is every single thing ran by a woman in this apocalypse? Why? Like, you can't have one dude in charge? Is that not... What happened to equality? I don't get it. I don't know. But hey, I guess I'm just a bigot, and that's just the way it is. So let me know what you guys thought about episode 6. Again, not much to talk about because it wasn't that interesting to me, and I just didn't find it that good. Let me know what you think down below. Hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, you can hit the dislike button too. I at least appreciate you got this far and watched the video. So until next time, everybody, take care.